Hello, welcome to a challenge about margins. So let's just go through this. We want to push the rest of the content away from the div with menu class. So here's that one right here, the bottom margin of 40. All right, we want to put 20 pixels of space between the A tags in the menu using margins. So that visually, that's these ones over here, and they're right here in the HTML. And we want to center on the page using margins. And that's a pretty common trick that you'll see, is to use the keyword auto in your margins. So we'll get to that one last. First, let's do these simple ones. We want to push the content away from menu with a bottom margin of 40 pixels. All right, so let's go in here. What do we want to select? We want to say menu. All right, let's go your code here. We'll put our code there. Menu, and we'll say margin, and if you could say margin 40 pixels, and hey, our test is passing. But that's actually not what we want, because you'll see that it's pushing away from the top as well. So what we want is margin bottom. So only on the bottom, apply that margin. You can see the difference there. We push that content away. Let's make it more obvious. 400. Nice 400 pixels of margin down there. All right, we'll bring that back so the test is passing. And what else do we need here? We want to put 20 pixels of space between the A tags in the menu using margins. All right, so let's select those A tags. All A tags within menu. Margin, what side do we want the margin on? Let's say margin right, which would push. So that would, home would be pushing about to the right, about would be pushing content to the right. Let's just try that out. All right, there we go. Looking better. And finally, the centering. So we want to center this dot centered, is in the div with centered class, on the page. So that's right here. We can just add a new style to that. And we want to say margin 0 auto. So that just gives it to you right there. That is centering it on the page. We can comment it out. You can see the difference. And if I resize this, you'll really see it stays in the center, as opposed to if we said margin left 50. So now it sort of looks like it's in the center, but you see it doesn't actually move. So let's bring that back, bring this back to margin 0 auto. And so this auto keyword is an interesting one. You'll most often see it used in this exact situation. There are some other use cases which we might cover in like tips and tricks video, but it's not often enough used that you really need to focus on it outside of this one use case. When you want to center something like this on the page, center something horizontally, you can just use margin 0 auto. And it's worth noting that if you say margin auto 0, it does not center it horizontally. Centering horizontally is something of a pain in CSS, or at least it used to be. These days, when you want to center something horizontally, you will use Flexbox, which is a different lesson. So don't worry about horizontal centering for now. You've just got it centered with margins, and it's pretty common. So if you're reading someone else's CSS, you might see this, and now you know what it does. All right, let's run the test. Let's get that passing, and we're good. All right, see you in the next video.